Hello, Gemini. Welcome to your monthly reading for February 2026. This is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And oh, yeah, we're going to jump right in. Gemini, if you are new to my channel, I'm going to give you your astrological overview. Then I'll do your Celtic cross spread. And then we break it down week by week. I'll pull my cards. We'll talk about a couple more aspects. And then the second spread. Now, Gemini, did you bring a marching band? We are here. It's a banner month. There's big things happening. We're at the gateway of our brand new era, the birth of our new world. Okay. This is a pivotal month that will define. It's helping define the future of the 21st century. Okay. January was, remember, the cracking of the egg. February is your first breath in your new reality, or gasp, or scream, or cheer. You do you, obviously, but just get excited. You made it to the Saturn-Neptune conjunction at 0 degrees, right? Aries, the world axis, the creator degree, an aspect that has not happened in modern human history. We're talking thousands and thousands of years, meaning we are the first to experience it. Okay. This is a reality shift. This is a whole frequency shift. And just so you know, because I'm sure you already know about this aspect, right? So, what makes it so rare? It's not just that, it's the fact that the orbit of these planets, allowing them to precisely align at this extremely narrow window for an exact conjunction of 0 degrees, Aries, the first degree of the very first sign in the zodiac. Therefore, the beginning of the beginning. That's why this is the great reset. This is the great collapse, the great awakening. February, it's not a month, it's your last glance back at your old world. All right. As you truly began to create your new reality. So I did a whole video on what you can expect for the next 2 years of your life with the Saturn-Neptune conjunction as part of the rare grand trine, right? The prism portal. I'll leave it at the end of this video, but just know this aspect will have significant impact on your life. And if you're a subscriber, you know I've been saying month after month, week after week, since the moment Saturn and Neptune briefly met in May 2025. Yes, your birthday season, to take inspired action, put yourself where you want to be. By the time we get to February 2026, I said wax on, wax off. I said put in the work. I said out with the old, in with the new. Everything's about to change. Saturn is going to make your dreams reality. Neptune dissolves your old systems and structures and patterns. You're entering a whole new epoch. And last summer, I launched my website, greatawakener.com, to prepare you for this exact moment. Okay. Because I've seen what's coming for the next few years, and you are on the brink of moving into the greatest paradigm shift. Okay. Your reality will shift. Saturn is reality, and you're already experiencing change. You'll be adapting to more change. February is also more than just this conjunction. Okay. And I'll leave that. I did a video in the February 2026 astrology overview at the end of this video where I explained I have never seen a month like February. It's so when I say that, okay, these aspects that are happening this month are perfectly, suspiciously placed throughout the month, as if carefully handpicked and designed, as if something cosmically divine played a role in preparing you to leave everything behind for your new you. Okay. And there's one really big thing happening for you. Oh, wow, Gemini, this is it. This is it. This is going to be more significant than you think. Okay. But also, there's 3 things that really stand out about February. All right. A, we enter eclipse season. Yeah. Eclipses bring the unexpected, they're game changers. B, almost all the planetary aspects are with Uranus, the planet of the unexpected, the planet of change. And 3, the majority of the aspects and alignments in general are with Chiron, the wounded healer, and the North Node. So expect change, expect the unexpected, expect to heal old wounds to make room for destined life events. All right. And yes, not everything's on the whiteboard. And yes, there's more on the back. That's where the party is. Party's in the back. And we're gonna not talk about everything here. Okay. Remember, we're gonna talk about some, we can break it down week by week. All right. But Sunday, let's get started. February 1st, you got that full moon in Leo. Wow. Big news for you. This is as soon as the month begins, is at 13 degrees. So you're already releasing. Full moons bring completion, major turning points. They're emotional, but there's something really satisfying here. This is a joyful full moon. It's in Leo. This full moon lets you fully express your authentic self. It's like turning the spotlight on you. We'll talk about it more next week in your weekly forecast, but just know Leo is the heart. There's great passion here. All right. So you could be emotionally moved around this time or feel something strongly in your relationships, in family and creative projects. But I mean, Leo rules your third house. So that's your home. So there is a sense of comfort. You may be communicating something. There could be the end of some big assignment, a writing project. You finished writing a book. You come back from a trip. You about to go on a trip. Something's happening with siblings around this time too, by the way. But remember, we're still in Aquarius season. All right. We still have 5 planets in Aquarius all week, the first week until February 6th. So a lot of y'all really are traveling. A lot of y'all are going to school. A lot of y'all are taking courses. A lot of y'all are graduating. A lot of y'all are becoming teachers. A lot of y'all are imparting wisdom. This is a big one for you, okay? But you're also connecting with people. All right? But the big thing is, as you know, with Pluto in Aquarius, revelations coming to the surface, right? It's a full moon, all right? So full moons illuminate. But with all the Aquarius energy, yeah, there may be some truth coming to the surface, okay? Now, and if you're a cross watcher, by the way, if you watch for your rising or your moon, or for your boyfriend, Harry, or anybody, it doesn't matter. Fixed signs, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius will feel this one the most. And if you have any planets in your natal chart, 11 to 15 degrees in any of those signs, you're going to feel it. Now, the other thing is that, yeah, I got to tell you this one, Tuesday, February 3rd, Uranus stations direct at 27 degrees. Now, here's the thing. Remember, when Uranus moves, he moves. You're going to feel this, okay? Uranus, the sky god, the planet of surprises, the unexpected, breakthroughs, revelations, shocks to the system, wake up calls. Oh yeah, the ground beneath their feet are, they're gonna shake. Um, this is more of a reminder for you to shake things up. That's what Uranus wants. He wants you to be innovative and he's your wake up call, right? This does take you a little bit out of your comfort zone. But remember, Uranus is in your 12th. So I feel like a lot of y'all you're gonna love this. To be honest, you're gonna love it, especially if you felt like things were stalled since September 6th when Uranus did go retrograde, because Uranus is progress. Uranus is breakthroughs and forward momentum, and especially maybe finances here. Yeah, there may be some movement from this point forward. And the other thing is, remember, Uranus rules your 12th. Okay, so for you, it's a little like what? It's like trying to catch stuff that doesn't exist because it's your 12th house. It's everything beyond the physical plane. It's spirituality. It's healing. It's the subconscious. So yeah, a lot of you are gonna have these big intuitive pops and moments throughout the month. All right. Now, the other thing is that let's go to Friday, February 6th. Mercury will move into Pisces. Wow. This is gonna be interesting. Mercury's gonna be here all month, and that's your ruler, right? So Pisces is a little too new age for Mercury, right? He's super rational. He needs facts and logic. He's a ruler. You get it. Pisces is more dreamer energy, yeah, intuition, the higher mind. So it takes time for Mercury to acclimate here, but when he does, he learns to be compassionate. He learns to be soulful, yeah. He learns to play the saxophone, that type of stuff. I always say Mercury in Pisces is like poetry in motion. As long as you use it, okay, write down your daydreams, make them real dreams, speak your creative ideas into existence, into the ether, things like that. Bring empathy into communication, especially when it comes to your career and your audience. It's your 10th house, the 10th house of fame as well. And if you're not here for career or fame, it's your reputation, your public reputation. It's very public facing, the 10th house. All right. But it's also like social status, it's leadership, it's things like that. Right. So, anyway, you are gonna feel that all month, and it's happening at the same time Venus moves into Pisces. That's going to be Tuesday, February 10th. And so this is also very interesting, but I love this for you because Mercury, is buddying up with Venus, and so that makes it nice. Okay. Venus is in her chariot, she's exalted. In Pisces, she does her best here. So this will drive forth that compassion and romanticism and intuition. And you already got a lot of that with Uranus in Taurus, but it's that boundless dreamer energy, okay? Especially with relationships and finances all month long. It's great for creativity. It's great if you're an artist. Oh, Venus and Pisces with Mercury, but yeah, great if you're an artist or a singer or a rapper, a dancer. Just think, poet, like I said, it's very inspiring. Okay. And this is your 10th house. So you're going to feel a lot more creative when it comes to career and it's just the way that you speak. People are going to think that you're like Shakespeare, or the way that you write. That's that injection of creativity that you're going to receive in your 10th house. So again, I love this for you. Now, the other thing that's happening is Thursday, February 13th. This is a banner day for you, Gemini. Do you have a blowhorn? Yeah. Uh, Saturn is moving into Aries. All right. So, wow. Here's the thing. You experienced this briefly May 24th to September 1st last year. Yeah. Neptune was there too. All right. What change did you experience when it came to confidence and leadership? What bold new venture did you initiate? You should have redefined your identity, reinvented yourself. Yeah. Because Aries is the I am of the zodiac, the emperor in tarot. That's, your 11th house as well, and that is how you connect with others. Okay. It's like you had a megaphone, you were a magnet, people gravitated toward you. That's your 11th house. The 11th house is your future hopes and wishes and aspirations. There were people that you were connecting with that were making you uh getting you one step closer to your goals and your dreams. Yeah. But the biggest thing is that Saturn was finally out of your 10th house. Saturn was naughty for the past 2 years for you when it came to career, made things a little bit complicated. Yep. But over the summer, you became a boss. You were an authority. You embraced more discipline. You had zero tolerance. You probably set up meaningful boundaries, especially, even with friendships and groups, organizations that you belong to, maybe even, social media as well. But here is the thing, you probably took on a lot more responsibility as well. You probably felt a little bit impatient. Saturn likes things slow and steady. Aries doesn't. You could have been a little bit bossy, or you felt that you learned a lot. Remember, Saturn is karma. Yeah, you did the work, Saturn rewarded you, but Saturn then went back into Pisces, and now you have unfinished business. Last summer was the trailer, now's the main feature. Okay, your life lessons are now moving on out of your 10th house. You've mastered that area. Yeah, of career and fame and your reputation, and now you're moving on to your 11th. So this is really, really great. Okay, this is absolutely amazing for you. And this year, I talked about your 2026 forecast, all right? So just know that this is really wonderful because all these planets that are moving into Aries are sextiling your sign. So really great. So and Saturn will be here until April 2028. Okay. And therefore Saturn is officially conjunct Neptune at this point. Remember, Neptune moved into Aries back in January 26. So you are going to feel their energies merge and build up to February 20th. All right. This is when the countdown starts. We'll talk about it a lot more in your weekly forecast, but then oh, by the way, you were one of the signs on Friday, February 14th, Valentine's Day. Yeah. You're one of the signs where this may be meaningful for you because the moon will be in Capricorn. And that's not exactly like fun and flirty romantic night out. It's very like if you're in a relationship, if you're dating, it's more like, what are we? Are we gonna do this? I need a car. Like it's no nonsense, like long-term plans, long-term goals, commitments, things like that. Okay. So keep that in mind. The moon will actually trine Uranus. So it could be like some surprises too. Say I do. Yeah. Anyway, February 16th to the 22nd. Here we are. This is, by the way, the reason I'm saying those dates in particular, this is going to be the strongest concentration of energy all month. Yeah. With Sunday, February 16th, you got the Sun square Uranus. Okay. So I'm bringing this one up because, like I said, there's going to be 4 Uranus squares. It's almost like one a week, basically. And Uranus is in your 12th. And so a lot of that, we'll talk about more in your weekly forecast, but you could feel a little bit restless around this time. This could be a big spiritual moment for you because you've got the Sun in Aquarius in your 9th of spirituality. You have Uranus in Taurus in your 12th, which is very spiritual, right? The subconscious, like I said, but the lower expression of what could happen here is, self-sabotage, hidden enemies, things like that. Remember, Uranus is, so full of surprises, but this can be a little bit restless, and especially because you're already feeling the energy of the solar eclipse. But here's the thing, it could also just be good old fun stimulation where you're craving excitement, you're ready to evolve, your inner rebel wants to show the world who you are, especially in this educational, like spiritual way, your perspective on things. This is you having your breakthrough. This is when you're the change, right? So the other thing, there could be some shakeups with, friendships, finances, etc. But anyway, the same day, Mercury will trine Jupiter. And so, whoa, slow down. We didn't see Jupiter at all last month in January. No. So this is a really sweet surprise. And Jupiter, exalted in Cancer, is at its degree of exaltation, meaning he's at his strongest point. Is at its pinnacle of, perfection and protection, right? So, this is like having divine downloads and dreams and your visions, nurturing conversations, things like that. This opens your mind. Jupiter expands. So you will likely feel like all this emotional growth and wisdom when it comes to home and family and, especially, career as well with Mercury and Pisces. You could hear really good news. You could make an exciting announcement. And remember, Jupiter's in Cancer in your second house of money and finances. And so yeah, and Jupiter's prophet as well. So there could be something really great here. Pay attention to this day, okay? Mercury's a ruler. I would mark this down. This is going to be nice. And then we'll talk a lot more about it in your weekly forecast. But here we are, Monday, right? February 17th. Perhaps the most meaningful day of the month. I think a lot of y'all are going to have these big moments of clarity, huge wake up calls. I mean, like you just woke up from a spell because it's the new moon, solar eclipse in Aquarius at 29 degrees. Yeah, this happens to be the official day of the year of the fire horse, which I talk a lot more about. I break that down on Great Awakener, but You are one of the signs that's going to feel this, you know, Aquarius being your fellow air sign here. But think about the last 2 weeks of January, all those conjunctions, right? The surge of energy that brought you to this moment. This is just you having another huge radical leap forward. It's at 29 degrees, that anaretic degree. I mean, this is a true ending and beginning. Expect change. Eclipses bring change, and it just happens to square Uranus. So, Aquarius rules your ninth. Like I said, that's your worldview, that's your perspective, but it's also a wisdom, right? It's your belief system, it's self-belief, but it's also publishing. Yeah. You write a book, you might now. All right. You got Pluto at Aquarius for 19 years. You're the writers. All right. You got luck there. It's also broadcasting. You could start, you know, your own podcast. It's also travel. A lot of y'all are traveling. Around this time, you may be even working with people overseas. There may be something here with truly like teaching a course or opening up something, right? Where you're imparting your wisdom. Now, the other thing is that with the square to Uranus, yeah, there's this also just like they're two very spiritual places, right? So the 12th house, there really could be some big insight that you get this day, like this big download, right? That's you're gonna feel it. Um, and again, the 12th house is the subconscious. So there really could be something. It's still a new moon, right? We'll talk about more in your weekly forecast, but there really can be something here that is just makes it's just so enlightening for you. Okay. It is like your reboot. It's a whole new approach that you're going to have, this new beginning, this new aspiration, even for your future that carries you over for a year. Yeah. So keep that in mind. All right. Expect new friends too, and communities and groups and audiences. I mean, perfect time for social media. This is a collective awakening. All right. This is really nice. If you want to think about what happened or what you might expect, is think about February 15th, 2018. That was the last time that we had a solar eclipse in Aquarius, and it was about the same degree. All right. So think about the 6 months that, you know, happen in those areas of your life. Aquarius is the revolutionary, right? So there may be this sense of urgency, this now or never, you know, that you may feel. Maybe there's a wake up call, like I said, that feels destined, because look at what's happening on the same day. It's Venus conjunct the North Node in Pisces. So when I say destined, again, something with career, something with your reputation, something with you, become famous for, you know, being the best publicist of Wales in the world. Eclipses, by the way, have an element of karma, as do the nodes of fate, as does Saturn and Aries. So there's this convergence point here, a fated event that it's very possible. And this is one of three conjunctions with the North Node this month. Again, evenly spread out. And remember, Venus is exalted in Pisces. This is deep. This is spiritual. You could receive a download, have epiphany. Something just clicks about your path forward. Again, especially with career. All right, your legacy. Even it's your 10th house. So it's a day you may get that wink from the universe. And of course, it's Venus. So there may be something here. If you're not for grid, just maybe here with love, maybe with money, maybe with, you know, your values. Yeah. So really great. This is a day where you may really see just that life is a miracle, and then you make the most of it. Okay. And talk about divine timing, by the way, because Tuesday, February 18th, we move into Pisces season. So there's this buildup of all this Pisces energy. Okay. With a stellium in Pisces. And again, Pisces energy, yes, spiritual, intuitive, mystical, creative, artistic, even forgiveness and healing, all of that for the next 4 weeks. But again, huge concentration on career. Big time. Yeah. And with Saturn out of there, oh, you got the road. Okay. You got the road. You got the mic. You got the stage. It's all you. Now, Here we are, the big day, Thursday, February 20th, the Saturn-Neptune conjunction. At 0 degrees Aries, this is it, the Great Reset. Also the Great Collapse, yeah, and that's because Saturn can turn your dreams into reality. Neptune can make it feel magical, but if you don't put in the work, if you get lost in Neptune's illusion and delusion and fantasy, well, Saturn, he's going to give you a huge reality check. Neptune will leave you in his fog, right? So you have to still do the work. And Saturn, being boundaries and limitations and structure, Neptune being, ideals and faith and beliefs, your beliefs and fantasy. Well, I mean, Saturn builds, right? And Neptune dissolves. And they're in Aries. And so it's you who decides how this works. Yeah. What stays, what goes. Yeah. You're doing everything right when you feel this divine, heroic commitment, right? You earn that title of spiritual warrior, that visionary leader. All right. But you have to be willing to trust in the unknown because we've never had this before at 0 degrees. And FYI, yeah, this is a conjunction. So treat it like a seed, like the seeding point, okay? But it's at 0 degrees. There's this pure potential for something to grow for the next 36 years. But you feel it the most this year and next year. Okay. Remember, there are 2 outer planets. We'll talk about it more in your weekly forecast. And then one other thing I'm going to point out to you is, oh, I like this. Venus trine Jupiter. Yeah. This is on Saturday, February 22nd at 15 degrees. So this would be the best and luckiest aspect of the month. Okay. In fact, of the year, because you have an exalted Venus in Pisces that's trine an exalted Jupiter in Cancer at its degree of exaltation. But also, Jupiter rules Pisces. Also, trines are the nature of Jupiter. Also, these are the 2 benefics, the 2 brightest planets in the sky. This is a gift from the universe. This is boundless, abundant, optimism. And honestly, yeah, this is emotionally moving. It's like nurturing energy. It's all about the big picture. You feel a lot of support here. But for you, this is all about money. This is all about money. Yeah. Venus and Pisces in your 10th. So related to career, your reputation, or whatnot. Venus is money, right? Trining Jupiter in Cancer. Jupiter is profit. Jupiter in Cancer is in your 2nd house of income, finances, salary. So there may be something here for you because this day, February 24th, or 2 days later, February 24th, we have the first quarter moon in your sign. We'll talk about in your weekly forecast. There's when I say new things are happening for you, new things are happening for you. Now, what else is happening? Oh, Mercury retrograde. Yeah, that's going to happen February 26th on Thursday, 22 degrees. Listen, Mercury, like I said, is detriment in Pisces with like the sheer magnitude of all these major aspects that are happening right before. Yes, this can feel a little bit foggy. There could be a little bit of confusion. It's like, when you're underwater in a pool or something and you look up, it's kind of like that. Okay. And of course, it's Mercury, it's your ruler. And it comes with the whole package, the delays and tech glitches and miscommunication, like DMs vanishing into, thin air. But Mercury retrograde is really good for delving into the subconscious, and you've already got that activated with Uranus. Yeah. Mercury being the, lower octave of Uranus. So again, it is a very spiritual month for you. It's a healing month for you. And yeah, we'll talk about some of the Chiron aspects later, but your intuition just could feel really mighty through this retrograde period. And remember the benefits of Mercury retrograde. It's slowing down, it's re-examining, it's revising, it's reassessing, it's reviewing. It brings the past to you, former, colleagues, bosses, things like that, reunions, reminisce, all of that. Okay. And then Friday, February 27th, you have the Sun conjunct the North Node now. All right. And Mars square Uranus at the same time. Whoa. So this is, a little bit of destiny, a little bit of disruption. Okay. It's still it's like it's your inner spiritual revolution. And with the sun conjunct the North Node, I mean, this is like super, it's like you feel like you're walking on water in another dimension, off planet. Like you just discovered your path to enlightenment. You're right where you need to be. So, and also, by the way, all these North Node conjunctions naturally bring in the South Node in Virgo. Yeah. So there's that karmic release, that old you, but you've got Mars square Uranus. This is you breaking free from anything that you're just done, especially up here, right? With Uranus and Taurus in your 12th, but Mars and Aquarius in your 9th. So again, very spiritual. It's like you're having a spiritual awakening. All right. Mars square Uranus can be very like my way or no other way. So keep that in mind. Mars is the god warrior. He's like a spear. Uranus can be chaos and breakdowns, and Mercury is retrograde. So be very mindful. This can be a little like impatience and poking the bear. Yeah. Can be some shocks and surprises. Mars is physicality. So use this energy, exert energy. Okay. Go on a spontaneous jog. Yeah. Go, I don't know, go do some weed whacking in the garden, play some CNC Music Factory. You're going to channel this energy constructively. You're going to be fine. You're going to be really good. All right. And you may have like a really big breakthrough. So anyway, it will be, by the way, with the sun conjunct the North Node, that will be the water signs that feel that the most. Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer. And Mars square Uranus, that will be the fixed signs: Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius. All right, now let's get started. Let's see what's going on for you, Gemini, for February 2026. Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Yeah, Gemini, I'm very excited for you. You're entering a brand new era. You got Saturn out of your 10th. And a lot of y'all been waiting for that. You've been waiting for that. You've been waiting for Neptune to come out of I mean, there was a lot happening there. Anyway, I do what traditional Celtic cross spread offers the best overview, and especially for a monthly forecast. And if we need to pull clarifiers, that we always do. I'm going to just not say that anymore. But I love you. Y'all are amazing. All right, let's get it started. Yo, yeah. Okay. You get a. You're good, but we gotta talk about something. The other 2 cups. Perfect. Look, you're already creating something, and it's with other people. This Aquarius energy is really strong. 5 planets in Aquarius, the sign of like connecting with others, right? The sign of humanity. And so for you, though, it looks like there's something brewing here in terms of like, could be like a partnership, it could be a relationship, it could be a business partner, it could be something platonic. Remember, this is a month with a lot of Chiron sextiles, which is positive, which are these windows of healing opportunities. And this is a card of healing. I mean, you do see, the caduceus, you see so much passion here too, right? With a winged lion. But anyway, I love it. It's like going the distance. It's you recognizing that. And Uranus, remember, is bringing all these new things, sudden things, exciting things into your life. So there could be someone that you're like, this is it. This is soulmate energy. And again, it can apply to any part of your life. Yeah. So that feels really good. You're opening up and really feeling really good about it. And there you go. You got the high priestess and the heart of your spread. So when I said we're in Aquarius season, but we also move into Pisces season. Aquarius rules your 9th house of spirituality. Pisces is just very spiritual. And then you got Uranus waking up all month. before he moves into your sign. Then your 12th, which is all about just heightened intuition. And I said it's the subconscious. Yeah. What is the subconscious? Is where we store memories, and you're good. Wow. So very spiritual, very, there's a lot of empathy here. There's a lot of spirituality here. There's a lot of just really just feeling it in your bones. It's soulful, right? I love it. The high priestess has this sense of mystery to her too. And again, this is a month where you're just like, well, I don't know, right? But you will when you have those North Node conjunctions. But then you may have a little bit of like, I don't know. When Mercury goes retrograde, Mercury is your ruler. So you do feel Mercury retrograde more than other signs, you and Virgo, right? So, but that, what I think the point I'm trying to make is like, it doesn't matter as long as you're trusting your intuition, as long as you know that you have the answers within you. Every time you think of doubting yourself or second guessing yourself, take a moment, have a moment of self-awareness, go out in nature, go walk by the creek. Yeah, do whatever you need to do just to clear the mind, okay? Because this is going to be an active month, but she is a big protector here, okay? It's a really big protector. You're going to be fine. It also feels like something like just really emotionally fulfilling. But look, you got that 2 wands in your challenge area. 2 things. A, just do it. Go for it. You can't sit on the fence forever, right? You and you're gonna, when Uranus goes direct and everything else is happening, you're gonna. But the other thing is, and that's the thing, in February, some of y'all just maybe like you got 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I don't know. That's why you gotta trust your intuition. Second thing is that it does seem like there may be someone in your life that's a little bit, they may not be going on the journey with you. Okay, moving forward. There's like, I don't know. Yeah. So just again, keep that in mind. And it could be in a work capacity. Ones are, typically associated with work and profession, career, but also your passions. So just letting you know there may be someone on the fence about something. You got that 5 of Pentacles in your crown. So remember what I said, the lower expression of all this 12th house energy with Uranus awake and having 4 squares all month. That would be self-sabotage. That would be you not feeling confident. That would be you also not facing any, things that you need to face. Again, the Chiron sextiles are going to help you. Yeah. But this not only, it's a little bit, because this is all about mind over matter, right? Even though it's pentacles, it's physical form, there is a sense of like you feeling like, okay, I feel left out, I feel isolated. Well, that's the 12th house. The 12th house is meant for you to have rest and retreat, but the lower expression would be isolation, would be withdrawal. Yeah. So there may be something here with finances that just like, you can't get it out of your head. There may be something here with a partnership, a company that you work for. There could be your company cut the team, and like there may be some things on your mind. But again, this is again mind over matter. Look, they're literally outside this church, right? He puts his hand out, he'd be touching the wall. That's how close they are. Okay, this is a sanctuary. That's where the party's at. All the fun people are in here and they're supportive. And so there is a little bit of these 2 people refusing, right? The support, focusing on their plight. And so that's why this is a matter of mind over matter. And also just there may be some things that are on your mind, but you're in Aquarius season the first half. You're meant to connect with others. You're a Gemini. You're the social butterfly. And so there's support all around you. Okay. Even the pentacles here shaped as an anchor. Okay. This anchor of hope. And so it's all about what's going on up here, because your 12th is going to be really activated. And you have the high priestess anyway. Don't be afraid to go deep. Is there something that you're aware of that's happening and you haven't reached out to anyone? Like that's what's happening here. Okay. And again, it may have to do with finances. Uranus and Taurus, by the way, sure, that is your 12th house, but Taurus rules finances and money. So there may be something there, but you've got these great aspects. And then Six of Pentacles and the Ridier spread. And so there is this disconnect with what's happening, right? With the Five of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, your crown and the root. So the Six of Pentacles is, look, they went in the church, they got the support. And again, the 12th, there is a sense of, even with Chiron being active, Chiron is an Aries in your 11th, right? Aries rules your 11th, which is connecting with others. You have that overlap. The 11th is Aquarius's home. And so there is something here where it's like, let it out. Don't bottle things in. Let it go through that filter of the high priestess of all this, intuitive intelligence, and you're going to be good. All right. And this is everything harmonizing for you. And this is, receiving that support, but also giving that support, supporting others. And that's, one of the things with Chiron is you learn that, when you heal, you use those superpowers. Like, this is how I did it. Right. And you help others and support others in any capacity. But it takes that inspired action. Okay. And then you have the King of Cups, and this is just, you have a lot of this is gonna be an emotional month for you, a very intuitive month for you. You're really gonna feel that Piscean energy, which is emotional and intuitive, compassionate. King of Cups, that's great. In your future, he's a leader, a compassionate leader, right? That's Saturn, Neptune, and Aries archetype. And so I really love this for you. Okay. So really great. This is someone who's on top of his emotions, who's, the rock for other people. Like, he's so supportive and he's supported. Yeah. This is someone that people look up to. He's very compassionate, but also highly intuitive. All right. And that's, the King of Cups, right? Cups are all about intuition and feelings and emotions, but it's water, right? Water heals. So again, it just feels like there's this healing journey for you this month, but also it can be just a very emotionally moving month for you as well. And you could have some really big insights based on other people. Yeah. You have that happening where you see it's other people in your life. There's multiple people in each card. These two cards, I mean, that's just like how it kind of feeds into your life. But there is someone that might be on the fence. Let's get to your stuff. Gemini, yeah, come on. So what's going on? If you like this reading, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, share, hype if you're on your phone or something. But leave comments. Tell me what's going on. Yeah, this is just listen. I got you, right? You have no idea when we get to March, when we get to April. Oh, remember the first 6 months, it's like of 2026. All right, let's see what's going on. Yeah, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be good. You're gonna be great. You're gonna be amazing. Okay. Just letting you know, there may be some. Okay, well, let's talk about the Seven of Wands. If you are a cross watcher, yeah. So Seven of Wands is the one showing up, popping up a lot in everybody's readings. All right, stand your ground. All right, stand your ground. There may be some moments with the Uranus squares and the eclipse. They're powerful aspects this month, but stand your ground. That's all. All right. And this is a card of valor. This is it's even like resilience, but you see he's the victor. He's the one on top of the hill with people coming after him. We will have Mercury square Uranus in the beginning of the month. That's like one of those, oops, didn't mean to say that. And everyone's like, right? Yeah, the Tower and your external factors area. So it does look like some of y'all may have, an unexpected, out of nowhere, out of the blue change. That's what this month is. Okay. Just letting you know. Okay. And don't remember, never fear the tower. Here's the thing, the tower moment, it doesn't happen to you, it happens for you. It happens for you, right? And so what comes after the tower? The star. And so this, it does feel like the tower, you see the lightning strike. Remember, Uranus is lightning, Uranus is moving, awakening, and then Mars is in Aquarius in your ninth. So a lot of it can just be within up here. Yeah. There could be something where you truly, with that Five of Pentacles in your crown, truly have this pessimistic thinking. There may be something here that has to change your perspective and things have to change. But this is also your physical world. So there could be something, maybe you are let go or, from your company, but there's always something better on the other side, right? That tower had to fall for a reason. Some things just were not working. Yeah. And when that tower crumbles, then you can see ahead. Yeah. The Eight of Wands. It's these two cards. It's so funny. The Seven of Wands, the Eight of Wands coming up in everybody's spreads. But yeah, you want, that's what it is. Like, you're ready. Remember, Saturn and Aries, wax on, wax off. He likes things slow and steady. You're ready to go. It feels like some things that you're just like, let's do it. Let's go. Oh, things are gonna be gone. Okay. They're gonna be gone. This is just a lot of swiftness, a lot of movement. But this is going to be a month where, again, you're going to have to take things a little bit slow and steady. There's a lot of stuff happening and you are going to feel a lot of movement anyway. All right. So, but it does look like a lot of you are seeking something. There's something here that it's almost like there are these forces out of your hands in a situation, but look at where it brings you. Even, the King of Cups in your future, if the Queen of Wands in your final outcome, the Queen of Wands is she's basically she's charismatic, she's a charmer. People gravitate toward her. They want to hear what she's got to say because she's funny. She's not only funny, but she's got that personality. She radiates, and she is the entrepreneur. She's a businesswoman. She gets whatever she wants. That's the Queen of Wands. She has the power of attraction. You see in her hand, she holds the sunflower. You see the sunflowers in her throne. Yeah. They appear in the actual sun card. Therefore, she has the powers of the sun, which is radiating, which is opportunities. This is, vitality and optimism. So you're moving in a great direction. So something comes up, let it fall. Let it fall. Remember, there's got to be, it's the first thing I said, expect the unexpected and expect change. And you can't resist change. It is only constant in this world. Okay. And it does look like there's some things up here, like unrooting things from the subconscious. Like if you're telling yourself like, oh, I'm not good enough for this, or that's got to go. That's got to go. All right, let's break it down week by week. You're going to be good. First week, you started off with the full moon in Leo. Yeah. And there may be some words said too, by the way, around that time. It is in Leo, your third. I'll tell you about, okay, so here's the thing. This is why you may have a strong start to the month. On February 2nd, you will have Mercury in Aquarius, sextile Chiron in Aries. Now, Aquarius and Aries do have some very big similarities, right? One being that they're very independent, they do their own thing, so you kind of just embrace those qualities. Chiron in Aries is your 11th, and so this is the first of 4 sextiles to Chiron, by the way, the wounded healer. So it's healing old, deep wounds, clearing out any emotional, psychological, subconscious wounds, right? You will have Uranus active in your 12th. And so, again, how convenient is it that we have all these Chiron aspects before the Great Reset? So you're meant to clear things out, yeah, and do that healing. And sextiles bring opportunities for healing. So, but you've got to put in the work, right? And this can be just a very cathartic day for you. Yeah. This is, that Aquarius energy, the people that you connect with. You got Mercury in Aquarius, and then you got it's exiling Chiron and Aries in your 11th. That's Aquarius's home. So there's something here about your future, dreams, your aspirations. There's something here where what was bottled up inside, this is where you know, speak, all right? You let it out, all right? And it also is like healing words. It's Mercury, healing mind. Anyway, you're gonna feel that the most. Air signs are gonna feel that the most. And I would throw in Aries, Cancer, and Capricorn. All right. Now, and then Uranus is going direct, and that Mercury's moving into Pisces. Let's see what's going on the first week for you, Gemini. Yeah. It looks like there is something ending the first week. Okay. Yep. So you got the Three of Swords. We know that is, the heartache card, the heartbreak card. It's a strong full moon. Okay. But again, it's going to illuminate a lot. You may be hearing something because Mercury will sextile Chiron, but it's your opportunity to heal as well. And then you got Uranus going direct. So it is a strong first week, but it's again, we're clearing the old, right? Out with the old, in with the new. And it may be, again, there's that connection here. So keep that in mind that it's, sure, it's a heartache card, but it's still a sword suit. Okay. And so it's that a lot of it is just making sure that remember everything is energy, including the thoughts in your head, right? So it's maybe even asking yourself, like, is this something? It could be you too ending something, right? But there's that. So make sure you have that confidence. Is this something that I regret, or is it? I'll clarify that Three of Swords for you. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, King of Swords. There you go. You work with that energy. You learn. That's a learning moment, right? That's you releasing the things, and because there's so much karmic energy this month, it's understanding that okay, this was part of my life, and moving forward, yeah, into the unexpected. But yeah, the King of Swords, which is great because that's power, that's authority. That is actually King of Swords is Aquarius. Okay, kings are fixed, swords are air, right? Aquarius is a fixed air sign, but also this is the only king that looks directly at you. That's confidence. Okay, this is someone who has nothing to hide. No one can hide anything from him, and this is someone who's faced his truth and he's ready to take action. All right. So it looks like you may make a big decision, big announcement as well, but you got your power back. Okay. The potential is strong right there. Now, second week. Oh, actually, funny. Sunday, February 8th, we do have Venus square Uranus, and we'll talk about this next week. But this is a very, it's breakups, it's breakthroughs, it's shakeups, it's wake up calls, it's surprises, it's like the sudden need for freedom. But anyway, that's happening. And then Venus moves into Pisces, Saturn moves into Aries. Let's look at the second week for you. All right. Oh, yep. Yeah. There's something you gotta. It almost feels like it's. Look at what's happening here. You're getting all these swords now, but remember, this is the heart of your spread, your main spread. A lot of emotions, a lot of feelings. So I don't mind it because you didn't get any swords here, right? So it kind of brings it like let's put some thought, let's intention into thought, make some decisions, do some, let's process some things. You have that Two of Swords. And so be in touch with your emotions, with your feelings, make sure that you have a good balance with any decision that you do have to make. It feels like you're a little bit stuck, even though you have that power. And maybe it's that power of knowledge that makes you feel stuck. Where'd you go? Okay, so unstick, yeah, and you'll be fine. But the main thing is just being honest with yourself about something and seeing the reality of something that you need to see. Now, the third week, yeah, this is it. This is the well, you got the Sun square Uranus, you got Mercury trine Jupiter, you've got the new moon solar eclipse in Aquarius, you got Venus conjunct the North Node. We move into Pisces season, and then you have Saturn conjunct Neptune. It's 0 degrees. All right. Oh, and then Venus trine Jupiter. Mars will sextile Chiron too. That's great. That's really great. That's like ripping off the Band-Aid. Let's see what's going on for you. Oh, and the first quarter moon, you're oh, let's see what's going on for you. Third week of February. Oh, there you go. You got the Hangman. All right. That's that. Like everything that's happening, like I said, is spiritual. I mean, you got the Hangman. What did I say earlier about changing your perspective on things and, not resisting things, even also like not forcing things, but the Hangman, yeah, this is someone who's prepared himself to start to like have a big transformation. This is very spiritual. This is someone, it's almost like even like there's like I said, it's this week, there may be something that's just so enlightening, right? And you see the halo around his head. But what is he doing? He he put himself upside down because he wants to see the world in a different way. Why? Because the old ways were no longer working. And so there is a sense of surrender. There is a sense of sacrifice. There is a sense of like, this is, comfortable for me. I've had this for like 5 years, 10 years. You got to make that change. And a lot of it starts up here. Okay. And spiritually. Okay. And then you'll be fine. A lot of it's going to have to do with career. Now, the last week is, Mercury goes retrograde. Oh, and then we have the Sun conjunct the North Node. We also have Mercury conjunct Venus. I like that for you. It's like almost like one heartfelt conversation. That it feels like it does move the needle forward for you. It is in Pisces, so it is like career related or your reputation. But again, it's just very spiritual. It's like writing love letters and whatnot. We'll talk about your weekly reading. Anyway, let's see what's going on for you for the last week of February. Yeah. You're on a journey. This is a big journey. I mean, you got the pair, you got the Queen of Cups, you got the King of Cups. And the difference between them is that the King of Cups is very, public facing. Okay. Interesting with, your 10th house so activated, and she's more intimate, and the Queen of Cups is like the Princess Diana of tarot, right? She's got so much empathy. She has this big heart. She does what her heart desires. She's got this emotional intelligence, that intuitive intelligence. She's also really, like psychic, borderline psychic. That's how intuitive she is, because she's in touch. She's in touch with her higher mind. And you have, again, a stellium in your 9th house of the higher mind pretty much the entire month. So, but by the time you get to the end of the month, I mean, that's just really great. It's just this emotional fulfillment. It just feels really great. And so remember, Saturn moving into Aries, new life lessons, right? And so there just may be something here with the way that you connect with others. But also it is a time where it feels like you really have to know which direction to go, because there may be something unexpected that happens. But then you do have all these North Node conjunctions where if you're really in tune, like you'll just know, right? There's fated events. Anyway, Gemini, thanks so much. Next week, well, we'll go deeper in the aspects. All right. And tier 3 members, really good and legendary members, you know where to find the link for the second spread. We'll look at love, we'll look at career, health, money, all of it. Anyway, and anyone's welcome to join really good and legendary members for the bonus spread. If you like this reading, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. And the other one, I always forget it. Anyway, y'all are amazing, but definitely I want to know what's going on. I want to know what's going on. Big spiritual month for you, but there's something big that you're getting in the, yeah. All right. Now, thanks so much. Bye bye. All right. Bye.